Good afternoon. Thank you for time for us. You are in time for the Lunchtime News. It is the 20th day in the month of August 2022. Do interact on all our social media platforms at KBC Channel 1. My name is Irene Muchuma. On sign language interpretation, we have Anne Wangeshi. Humanitarian agencies have warned of a looming serious famine in the drought-stricken regions of northern Kenya and calls for urgent intervention to avert the crisis. According to the Christian World Service Project Coordinator Michael Kendagor, areas of Laisamis and North Hall sub-counties in Marsabit County are among the worst hit.
The scenes of emaciated livestock are the ones that welcomes you in Laisamis and North Hall sub-counties in Marsabit County. The horrible and terrible pictures depict how the drought situation is dire. Livestock carcasses are the only reminder to these locals of their diminishing stock. The natural water points long gone, with artificial ones also following suit. And a total of over 1 million heads of livestock have been lost to drought, thus exposing the residents to acute food insecurity.
Kuna wakati hata watu hakuna kitu wanakula, wengine wanapata 1 meal, wanakula tu chakula mchana na usiku wanalala.
Kwa kweli gharama imetushinda ya maduka. Hivi sasa tunaona chakula tunarudishia CWS sana, shukrani kubwa.
Watu wanaumia sana. Wale walemavu wanakaa tu kwa nyumbani. Hatuna chakula, hatuwezani hata kwenda kubeba kitu.
Humanitarian agencies have subsequently moved in to save the situation, which is getting dire every passing day. On this day, a Canadian-based Christian World Service Project was here to distribute food to more than 4,000 vulnerable households in Laisamis sub-county. The humanitarian agency raising a red flag over the situation on the ground.
The area has never received rains, I think, for the last 4 years, and the situation is very, very dire. Many livestock, a total of over 1 million livestock has been lost, has been reported to be lost, and the ones that are here now are emaciated and others are dying.
Kuna watoto ya shule, watoto ya primary, wengine hawana chakula. Wengine wanaacha shule kwa sababu hakuna chakula.
Experts are now warning that the hunger crisis was already at the most severe category of emergency, and there were indications that it might escalate into a catastrophic phase with the continued dry spell in the region.
Sasa mtoto anatembea 15 kilometers from home kuja shule bila pengine hata chakula ya asubuhi nyumbani, na anakuja shule kusoma, na tena alasiri hakuna chakula tena, itabidi huyo mtoto aende atafuta chakula nyumbani, na sasa inaleta shida.
Na kuna wengine pia kwa sababu ya hii kiangazi ama ukosefu ya chakula pia wanjaweza kupata wakati wa kwenda kwa shule kwa sababu ya shughuli ya nyumbani.
Timothy Kipnoso for Lunchtime News.
All right, plans are in top gear ahead of the swearing in of Migori County new Governor Ochilo Ayako and his deputy Gimunta Mahiri. The swearing in ceremony will be held on Thursday next week, with renovations in the office of Governor ongoing following the barring of Governor Okoth Obado from accessing office owing to murder-related charges he is facing. The county's Joint Transition Committee Chairperson Christopher Rosana says they are preparing the instruments of power to be handed to the incoming governor. The committee says it also prepare departmental reports showing the state of affairs in the county.
The committee is ready to give Migori people, to give oath to the governor of Migori on that particular day. We have done all the arrangements, the necessary arrangements. We are just counting days to the material day. I also want to take the opportunity to invite members of the public, the supporters of the governor-elect, the residents of Migori County to come in their large numbers and witness the swearing in as we herald the new leadership in Migori County. The most important one is to prepare instruments of power. The flag, the county seal, the emblem, and the Constitution of Kenya. We are ready with them. Those are the instruments that we'll hand over. Then there are reports. The state of affairs of Migori County government in the form of reports that are departmentalized. They are also ready for handing over to the governor-elect.
It was all celebrations at Muchuma village in Gatundu North, Kiambu County, after a man and his wife clocked 102 and 108 years respectively. The duo say the secret to their long life is embracing a healthy lifestyle, respect for each other, keeping away from alcohol, and positive attitude towards life, despite the challenges that they have had to surmount.
Celebrations rocked the air at Muchuma village in Gatundu North, Kiambu County. Family, friends and residents came together to celebrate this couple that has lived together for over a century. Patrick Mudhomi and Mary Waithera clocked 108 and 102 years respectively, their daughter attributing her parents' long life to choosing happiness and being deliberate about a healthy lifestyle.
Vile nimesimama hivi niko na miaka 50 na nikihesabu ile safari nimetoka kuanzia miaka 50 na ile ambayo baba yangu ako nao 108 ni baraka. Nikihisi mimi mwenyewe ni unaona wazazi wetu zamani walikuwa wanakula mihogo, doma. Sasa hii mimi naanza kulia, miguu inauma na hata sijafikisha nusu ya miaka yao. Sababu gani? Tumezoea kukula vitu, tunataka mikate, mandazi, lakini mzazi wangu alikuwa ananilea na doma, ananilea na goashe, na ndipo unaona mzazi akikulea na hizo vitu huwezi adamana na magonjwa mingi.
Their son noting that his parents have always lived in harmony with each other, saying they always offered him and his siblings a safe environment that they enjoyed and thrived in as children.
Sisi wale wamezaliwa na huyu mzee, hatukuiga akikuja nyumbani jioni akiwa mlevi, hatukukutana naye baba yetu akitukanana matusi maovu. Kwa hivyo sisi tukaiga mfano mzuri, na ndio tunasema ya kwanza, mzazi anapoishi maisha mabaya ni funzo kwa watoto anaozaa.
To celebrate their life, their children, grandchildren, together with the church, organize a special mass to celebrate them.
Baba yetu na mama yetu wamekuwa na furaha, si walevi. Ya pili, si waombaji wa chakula, ni waombe wale watu wako mbali, watoto. Peeni wamezazi wenu pesa na chakula, kwa maana mtu mwingine juzi nisikia akisema wazazi wakipewa pesa hawajui kuzitumia, na mama bado ako vikundi za wamama, pahali viti zinapeanwa na hema imepeanwa. Sasa ukimpatia unga ataenda kupeleka unga kwa vikundi.
Mudhomi and Waithera also credit staying away from smoking and drinking alcohol, being physically active in their farms, and also having a good relationship with God as a secret to a longer life. The elderly couple, who say life can't get any better, encourage young men and women to uphold good morals and respect each other and to have healthy and fulfilling relationships.
If you drink alcohol, you will not obey your parents. Bananas, sweet potatoes, and arrowroots are our basic food.
I urge the youth to honor their parents, uphold the values of the church.
Very encouraging indeed. Thank you, Mungai, for that report. The new Kericho County leadership has held its inaugural meeting to discuss implementation of its election pledges as enshrined in Kenya Kwanza's bottom-up economic model. Led by Kericho County Governor-elect Dr. Eric Mutai, the 30 elected members of County Assembly pledged to work hand in hand with the county executive to ensure they move the county forward in development.
During the meeting, the Governor-elect Dr. Eric Mutai highlighted some of the pertinent issues that need to be addressed urgently, among them ensuring availability of medicine in all public hospitals across the county, clean water supply, and high unemployment rates, especially among the youth.
And one of the issues that we have talked extensively is the question of health. And I'm very happy that we have a very robust, a very great team of MCAs from Kericho County that we've been able to prosecute matters of health and how we are going to ensure that medicine is available in our hospitals. Led by His Excellency Deputy Governor Engineer Fred, who himself is an expert of water, we've been able to also have a rough discussion on how we are going to turn around the water issue problem in our county. And we've talked also about the youth unemployment, the need for us to create internship opportunities for the many of our youth outside there.
The Governor-elect also saying his administration will invest in agriculture and especially dairy farming by setting up animal feeds processing farms that will be sold to farmers at subsidized rates.
In a year, we'll be having a workable milk processing factory and strengthen our cooperatives, which will see us buy milk at 60 shillings per litre, while we also have a miller for processing maize and processing subsidized feed for our animals. We've talked also with the multinationals on the need for them to remove the blocking machines and replace with the human labor. And this is something that we are on top of it. The Assembly is ready to play their role in ensuring that we push for the machines to be out so that we have people plucking in our tea estates, and then that will grow the economy of our town in Kericho, especially in Kericho town.
Mutai's inaugural meeting coming at a time transition committees across the counties are getting ready to swear in governor-elects 2 weeks after the August 9th general election. Frederick Varsayo reporting for Lunchtime News.
Yeah, what about that?
Education stakeholders in KBC County have raised concerns over the future funding of education, even as schools reopened after the general election. The parents, teachers and clergy say the withdrawal of CDF for the 13th Parliament could deal a big blow to education, noting that CDF has helped build the much-needed infrastructure, especially with the 100% transition that has seen school population increase significantly.
Amasega SDS Secondary School Principal Robinson Matare said school infrastructure development funded by the CDF kitty that has been withdrawn will pose a challenge to schools and petition the new government to provide an alternative to it.
This kitty has been helping our schools. You go to many of our schools, classrooms have been constructed, dorms have been constructed on CDF. Schools have gotten buses through the CDF kitty. So now that it has been scrapped, I don't know what's going to happen, but we want to believe with the new government, with the new leaders who have been elected, they will get a way of helping us in a similar way that we have been assisted before when this fund was available.
The stakeholders expressed fears over the rising cost building materials needed to build infrastructure to operationalize junior secondary schools under the competence-based curriculum CBC. Principal Matara noted that although the institution had done 2 phases of CBC classroom construction, hurdles stood on its way to implement the junior secondary programs due to inadequate space and lack of human resources. He petitioned the incoming government to post enough teachers for the new curriculum.
The new government is going to take a step and provide us with enough teachers who will be able to handle the new CPC, because we shall be having 2 admissions come next year, January, those joining junior secondary and those the normal admissions, which means this may need support from the government, particularly in the supply of teachers.
Bishop John Omangi of Anglican Church of Kenya said the high cost of living has seen some parents lack the means to send their children to school, saying this will erode the gains made in ensuring all children to go to school. They have called on the incoming government to address these matters urgently. Pauline Nasmir for Lunchtime News.
You're watching the Lunchtime News. Thank you for making KBC your channel of choice. We are taking a short commercial break. When we'll be back, we'll be telling you how poverty levels are affecting health concerns in the county of Kilifi. Stay with us.
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124.
Life cannot always be too serious.
Yeah, man, what's up here?
Allah? We've got to take some time off and laugh, 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 and laugh. And we tickle you down with lots of laughter.
That's why I'm saying I'm who is who. Huh?
With satire like no other.
Tell him to bring it on.
Dakachapa.
Got my gold, Mattress People's gold, and I'm coming to get that gold.
We'll see you in.
Welcome back. Poverty levels have been blamed for hindering the uptake of reproductive health initiatives in several villages in Malindi area of Kilifi County. Many families are forced to forego the services to buy food, with a section of men yet to fully embrace the idea of contraceptives. Take a look.
At the foot of Mwangea Hill in Ganze constituency lies Ndungumnani village. Due to its location on the lee side of the hill, the village is extremely dry and parched. The levels of poverty here, caused by perennial crop failure, have led to famine and by extension malnutrition among both children and adults. The situation has also frustrated reproductive health initiatives. Reproductive Health Network Kenya has camped in the village to provide reproductive health services through its She Decides program. Uptake of the service is low because the priority among residents is food.
Problem here is food. There's famine, there's no rain, there's drought. So really, you can see the faces of the population speaks. You see a mother carrying a baby. The baby is malnourished. The mother herself is also equally malnourished.
Kadzo Karisa, not her real name, is 19 years old, but has already given birth to 3 children. She fell pregnant while in primary school, and her parents forced her to get married to her classmate lover. Both pupils dropped out of school, the young man to look for manual jobs to fend for his new family, while his wife sits at home to nurse her children.
Manake nimezaa haraka, nimwambia bwanangu kwamba kuna zile shindano za upangaji uzazi. Yeye anasema kwamba nisipange kwa sababu hata kama ni watoto 10, yeye anaweza wafundisha kama ni shule. Nikaona mimi mwenyewe na akili zangu nikamwelezea daktari kwamba nipate ile shindano ambayo bwanangu hawezi kujua kama nimedungwa hiyo sindano.
Changamoto ambazo tunasipata mpaka tunazaa tukua bado tuko na umri wa chini. Umaskini huku umekithiri. Unakuta kama ni mambo na sodo, mzazi hana ile pesa ya upate sodo. Sasa inakubidi kuna kijana yeye yuko nayo ile pesa ya anaweza kupa ukapata sodo.
Men have also been cited as a great hindrance to the uptake of reproductive health services, with women saying their husbands have not embraced the idea of planning their families.
Ukienda kwa bwana ukimhoji mimi nitafanya nini? Nataka nitumie family planning. Mzee anakwambia sisi wenyewe tumezaliwa karibu 10 na ni sharti wewe uzae mpaka umalize hao watoto wote.
Na hilo si urongo, ni kweli. Na tunakataa na sababu. Manake katika kupanga uzazi mara nyingi wanaodunga zile sindano wanakuwa wazito kupita vile ulivyokuwa unampenda. Wewe ulimpenda alikuwa mwembamba, sasa anakuwa mzito.
Tunaomba ikiwezekana mashirika yawafundishe watu zile njia badala za kutumia bila madawa. Hizo naona ziko na usalama zaidi.
Nancy Kware, Lunchtime News.
All right, a hawker in Matungulu sub-county in Machakos County is seeking justice to have his 2 parcels of land transferred back to him. Kigera Maichwe claimed he bought the land from Mwanzo Properties Limited in 2007 and he is yet to get ownership documents. He has been on a mission to pursue to get the parcels of land back for more than a decade now. Despite having all authentic documents of ownership, his efforts are still in vain. Kigera has faulted the new management of Mwanzo Properties Limited for his predicaments. The land agency, through their representative, has advised him to seek intervention from the courts after the change of company management. Next.
Sasa mimi nikaa na shida kwa sababu waliniambia ningoje. Wananiambia ningoje mpaka wa leo sijaipata kitu. Sasa mimi nadai haki yangu. Kila kitu nilikuwa nimemaliza kulipa. Kila muda kulipa nilikuwa nikipata pesa. Wakati nalipa pesa nilalipa ananipatia maresiti. Na documents ziko hapa ndio hizi. Kila kitu iko hapa. Kwa hizo mabrosses ziko hapa, zote ziko hapa. Zote ziko hapa ndio hizi.
Huyo mwenye hiyo kampuni ni kama wameweka into agreement. Na hiyo kampuni ambao anashtaki ama ambao wanafuata kulingana na barua hii sio yeye director.
A family in Kibathi area of Oljoro Orok constituency in Nyandarua County is desperately searching for their 85-year-old kin who disappeared earlier this week. Washira Mwega is said to have left his home located in Umojawan village on Tuesday morning to graze but failed to return. His search has been futile, with his family now calling on anybody who may have any information about him to report to the nearest police station.
Yeye anajitangaza kwamba anaitwa Washira Mwega. Hakuna jina lingine tu ila tu ni Washira Mwega. Watu wengine wanamjua kama Washira Mwega na hiyo ndio jina yake. Baada ya kwenda kuchunga jioni hakuweza kurejea katika bomani, na binti yake ambaye ndio huwa anakaa naye akatuarifu ya kwamba baba alienda malishoni na bado hajarudi.
Alikuwa amevaa suruali ndefu nyeusi, shati ya beige, na alikuwa na kofia ya round, na pia alikuwa amevaa gumboot. Sura yake ni si mweusi sana, ni mfupi, na anaongea Kikuyu na anaongea Kiswahili, na pia hata Kiingereza akiongeleshwa anaweza ongea.
Ni mzee ambaye anapoteza fahamu. Sasa tumejaribu kumtafuta huko chini mahali anaendanga kushunga. Tumemtafuta hatujamuona. Sasa tunauliza marafiki yetu, mtu yoyote akiona hiyo mzee atupigie ripoti. Alafu tuache hii tabu ya kutabika kumtafuta, sababu tumemtafuta sana. Siku 2 siku 3 watu wameshida huko chini mahali anakuanga akishunga, lakini hatujamuona.
A family in Mbwenjeru village of Embu East sub-county is seeking justice after their kin, Daniel Mureithi, was allegedly killed in an accident that involved a police vehicle attached to the Embu North Sub-County offices. The family claimed the driver of the police Land Cruiser was overtaking at high speed on a blind corner when the accident occurred. Members of the family who had gathered at the family home to plan the final send-off of the deceased claim there is a conspiracy to subvert justice, saying that police officers working on the case have been taking them in circles. However, Embu North Deputy County Commissioner William Owino has promised that the matter will be resolved in due time, irrespective of any persons involved in the accident.
Kwa bahati mbaya akakutana na Land Cruiser yenyewe ilikuwa inatoka pande ya Manyata ikielekea pande ya Embu, ikamgonga, ikamrusha mbali mahali alianguka. Haikusimama, ikaendelea na safari ikapotelea. Ningetaka hata kama ni watu wa human rights waingilie, ama at least tupate haki ya hiyo ndugu yetu ambaye alipotesha maisha yake.
Kwa hivyo ninawahakikishia kwamba hatua hiyo litachukuliwa, tayari limeanza kuchukuliwa, maana the process ni lazima iliende kama jinsi nilivyoeleza hiyo utaratibu, na kisha baadaye compensation itafanyika. So hakuna kwamba ati serikali atitafanya kuficha na kudanganya ati sasa ndio kijana yule aliyesababisha ajali ati apate kuepishwa. Hapana, asha. Lazima itatekelezwa kama kulingana na vile utaratibu inavyotaka.
Time to play. Time for Channel 1 Sports News. The English Premier League enters its third round today with Tottenham Hotspurs and Arsenal in action. Spurs will host Wolves, while Mikel Arteta's Arsenal will be playing away to newcomers Bournemouth. In Spain, defending champions Real Madrid will play against Celta Vigo.
Tottenham Hotspurs will be aiming to get back to winning ways when they host Wolves at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Wolves are 14th with 1 point only after 2 games.
Johnny Evans with him. Jesus cuts inside him.